Hi friends, so in this video I am going to explain an important topic called working of battery. Working of battery. So what is the purpose of battery in the circuit? Battery or cell. What is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of battery or cell in the circuit? So here the main purpose of the battery or cell is that it converts chemical energy into electric energy. Battery or cell, they convert chemical energy into electric energy. So how it is going to convert chemical energy into electric energy? So we are going to learn now. And at the same time, how does battery can maintain constant potential difference in the circuit? How it is going to maintain constant potential difference in the circuit? And next thing is that if we use a battery, that means if we connect the battery to any electric appliance or else any copper wire, how the battery is going to be discharged? How the battery is going to be discharged? All these things I am going to explain now in this particular video. So just try to listen what I am saying, try to understand. This is most important topic. So first of all, if we consider any cell or battery, it contains three important components. So every battery or every cell, so it should contain three basic components. So what are the three basic components here? First of all, you observe this first diagram. So these are the normal components. This is the normal diagram of cell or battery here. So first, these two lines represents the metal plates. So they are also known as electrodes. So they are nothing but electrodes. And here these two metal plates are placed in electrolyte. So these are nothing but, if you observe this diagram, this just now I explained about the electrolyte. Electrolyte is nothing but it's a liquid which allows the current, and electrolyte contains large number of positive ions and negative ions. With the help of the movement of this positive and negative ions, only current will flow in case of liquids. So these are representing positive and negative ions which are present in the electrolyte. Right. So basically these are the basic components of cell or battery. What are the three components here? So first one, positive electrode, and second one is negative electrode, and third one is electrolyte. These are the three basic components. And here, so first here in this first step one, first diagram, we are placing two metal plates inside the electrolyte. So you consider any electrolyte like salt solution, NaCl solution, H2SO4, diluted sulfuric acid. So many are there. We are considering one electrolyte and two metal plates. These metal plates are placed inside the electrolyte. So this diagram representing we are placing the two metal plates inside the electrolyte. And this is regarding first diagram, explanation of first diagram. Now we will see step 2. So this step 2 representing, this diagram representing formation of electrodes. Formation of electrodes. So this second diagram representing how the electrodes are forming here. So now we will see how the electrodes are forming in this diagram here. So when we place the two metal plates inside the electrolyte, according to the nature of metal, like copper, silver, zinc, according to the nature of the metal and according to the nature of the electrolyte, like NaCl solution, diluted sulfuric acid, so many are there. So according to that one, according to the nature of electrolyte and these two metal plates chosen by us, so here the positive ions and negative ions, more number of positive and negative ions are present inside this electrolyte. Already I explained that one. So according to the nature of metal plates and the electrolyte, all the positive ions are accumulating. Accumulating means gathering. All the positive ions are moving towards one plate, and remaining all the negative ions are moving towards another plate. So in this diagram we are assuming that in this one all the positive ions are moving towards this metal plate and all the negative ions are moving towards this metal plate. So here they are going to gather, all the negative ions are going to gather at this metal plate, all the positive ions are going to gather at this metal plate. So how many ions are going to gather means, so it is according to the nature of the electrolyte and according to the nature of the metal. So they are going to accumulate here. So after the accumulation of negative as well as positive ions with respect to their metal plates, so here overall this side acts as negative electrode. This overall acts as negative electrode, and this side acts as positive electrode. So we know that positive electrode is known as anode and negative electrode is known as cathode. So in this way electrodes are formed. So here we should not decide this is negative and this is positive. It is decided by the nature of electrolyte and nature of the metals which we have selected to construct the cell. So in second step electrodes are formed here. So this is act like cathode, negative electrode, this is act like anode, positive electrode. So once the electrodes are forming here and here these members are satisfied with these ions, it is satisfied. But remaining ions also there. Remaining negative and positive ions also presented in electrolyte. So many ions are there left over. And what about these ions here? So it acts like a negative electrode. It is completely negative. It is completely positive. So now these remaining ions will move according to their sign. So that means if we, for example, if we consider positive ion here. So in which direction positive ion has to move? It is positive ion is always attracted by negative side. So that's why remaining ions will move in opposite direction. So that means all the positive ions are moving towards cathode, and at the same time all the remaining negative ions are moving towards anode. So due to the movement of these remaining positive and negative ions which are posited in the electrolyte, so here another force come into play in case of battery. So this force is not due to the movement of ions, another force is going to act on the ions. So this force is nothing but electric force. And here due to the electrolyte, before formation of electrolyte, so there is one force comes into play here. That force is nothing but chemical force. So in first diagram only chemical force is going to act. But in the second diagram, after the formation of electrodes, remaining ions are also moving here in opposite direction, opposite sign. So due to the movement of remaining ions, here another force comes into play. This force is nothing but electric force. And here electric force is always directed towards positive side. Just observe this one. E means electric force. Fe is always directed towards the positive electrode, and chemical force is always directed towards the negative electrode. So these two forces are opposite in direction. Right. So this is next step. So then everything is fine here, but remaining ions are there. Now how much time they have to move? How much time they have to migrate in with respect to their electrodes, opposite charge electrodes? How much time they have to move here? How much time means until or unless both the forces are in equilibrium state. So that means, so here we have two forces. One is chemical force, one is electric force. So how much time they have to move in their own direction means they have to move until or unless chemical force should be exactly equal to electric force. So this is nothing but equilibrium state. So this is the step 3, third diagram. So in this step 3 and third diagram, so here it is showing the equilibrium state of the battery. So equilibrium state means what here? At this particular situation, chemical force is exactly equal to electric force. So when both the forces are balanced and equal means, so the remaining ions which are left over in the electrolyte after the formation of electrodes, they should not move. They will be remain in their constant positions. So here battery is formed. So this is a formation of battery. Formation of battery is completed. So if we purchase any new battery, so in this position all the ions are going to be presented inside the battery. This is the new battery. So in this way battery is constructed in 3 steps. Okay. So now I am going to explain how the battery is going to maintain constant potential difference, and at the same time how the battery is going to be discharged when we use the battery. So these two things I am going to explain with this 4th diagram. Listen with concentration. Step 4. This is the last one. But some logic is there in this step 4. Try to listen with concentration, 100% concentration. Don't lose your concentration. This is most important thing. So here, so this is this diagram representing how the battery is going to be discharged, how the battery is going to maintain constant potential difference. So for that sake, I am going to connect one copper wire to the battery. So this is the copper wire. Already you know that in case of conductors or copper wire, large number of free electrons are presented. The charge of electron is negative. So that's why the free electrons which are presented inside the copper wire are moving towards positive electrode. It's nothing but anode. So why? Because always negative attracts positive. So all the free electrons are moving towards the anode. So here once the electron come near to the positive, you know that one plus is combines with negative, plus minus both are going to combine with respect to each other, they becomes neutral. So that means there is positive charge is continuously decreasing. Again we will consider one more electron is going to combine with another positive charge. So here one more positive charge is also removed. So if this process is continuously take place, here the amount of positive charge is going to be decreasing. So when positive charge is going to be decreasing means what? Here electric force is continuously decreasing. Electric force is continuously decreasing, but it should not take place. So for that sake, what process is going to take place inside the battery means, once the free electron come near to the positive electrode, again chemical force which is presented inside the chemical force which is presented inside the battery comes into play, and what it will do here, just it will shift the free electron from anode to negative electrode cathode. Once the electron comes near to the anode, immediately the chemical force acts on the electron. Again it shifts the position. Just it removes the electron from anode to cathode. So again this free electron is come near to the negative electron. So again here minus both repel each other. Electron, the charge of electron is negative. Again the charge of cathode is negative. So both are same charges. Like charges repel each other. So what cathode can do here? Once the electron come near to it, again it strongly repels the electron. It removes the electron outside the cell. Again electron will come out from the battery. So this process continuously take place. So overall, if we consider, the number of free electrons will be also remains constant. Electrons are coming inside the battery. Again they are exit. They are coming out from the battery at cathode. So this process continuously take place. In this way, battery is able to maintain constant potential difference. So what is meant by constant potential difference means, here just try to observe the number. So this is nothing but constant potential difference. Here 4 positive charges are there, 4 negative charges are there. So this is nothing but constant potential difference. The difference in number of electrons is nothing but potential difference. So the difference in number of electrons is 4. That is quite constant here. So in this way, with the help of the chemical force inside the battery is able to maintain constant potential difference. Then the final question is that how the battery is going to be discharged. So that is what I am going to explain now. This is the last step here. So when does battery is going to be discharged means, so to maintain this constant potential difference, the battery has to use its chemical energy which is presented inside it. So it has to utilize its chemical energy to maintain this constant potential difference. So to maintain this constant potential difference, it has to lose its kinetic energy. It has to lose its chemical force continuously, chemical energy. So once the chemicals are completed, once the chemical energy is completed inside the battery, it is unable to maintain the constant potential difference. So the potential difference will continuously decreases. And when there is no potential difference, when there is no difference in number of electrons, electron does not move here. So that means, what is meant by zero potential difference means, all the electrons accumulated here. So here also electrons are there, here also electrons are there. It is also acts as negative electrode, it is also acts as negative electrode. So that means there is no potential difference. Here also electrons are there, here also electrons are there. So in this wire also electrons are there. So electron does not move now. Here also negative, here also negative. Repulsion takes place both the sides. So in this process electrons does not move. So when there is no motion of electrons means there is no flow of current. So then the battery is unable to maintain the constant potential difference due to the zero constant potential difference. When there is no constant potential difference, there is no flow of current. So in this case, we are going to consider that the battery is recharged. Battery is recharged means very simple. The chemical energy which is presented in the battery is completed. So when there is no chemical energy, it is unable to maintain the constant potential difference. So when there is no constant potential difference, there is no flow of current. So there is a link between the three things. So what are the three things here? So first of all, the battery has to maintain the chemical energy. So the chemical energy maintained by this the chemical energy maintained by this cell to maintain constant potential difference is nothing but EMF. What is that? Electromotive force. So that is nothing but electromotive force. So when there is no electromotive force, there is no potential difference. When there is no potential difference, there is no flow of current. That is the link between EMF, potential difference and current. So this is the way the battery is going to be work, and this is the way the battery is going to be discharged. So this is the complete explanation of working of battery and how the battery is going to be discharged, the components inside the battery, how the battery is going to be formed. So this is regarding complete information about the battery or cell. So in this way, battery maintains constant potential difference in the circuit. So thank you friends listening my class. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe my channel. So try to learn the contents, try to follow the lessons day by day. Thank you all.